Hello and thank you for joining me. From the title of this video you can already tell that I'll be showing you my everyday makeup routine that I do. There's not much more to say, so if you want to see what I do on a daily basis, carry on watching. Okay, so starting off with primer, I'm using the Lush Magical Moringa Beauty Balm, so I just put that all over my face. This is a really nice consistency. If you've seen my monthly favourites, it's pretty much just a balm that when it comes into contact with the heat of your skin it kind of melts down into an oil, which I really like. So yeah, I just put that all over my skin and down my neck, anywhere where I'm going to be putting any makeup. Moving on to foundation, I use the Rimmel Match Perfection in Light Porcelain. Obviously because I'm pale at the moment I'm using the paler shade than usual, but I just take a couple of pumps onto my beauty blender and then I start dabbing that over my face to distribute the product, and then I just start to dab it in all over. I find that using a beauty blender with my foundation gives me more of a natural look. I don't like super full coverage foundations. I like my freckles to show through a little bit. So once that's all blended in, we're going to move on to concealer. And I use the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in Fair. Obviously, as you can see from the little snippet that I entered, everything is, all of the information on it is completely scrubbed off where I've used it so much and had it for so long. So I just put that with a couple of lines under my eyes and then on any blemishes that I've got. Okay, so I've popped that all over my blemishes and under my eyes, and I'm just going to use the pointy end of my beauty blender just to blend that all in. Next I usually powder, and I usually use the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder in transparent, obviously because I'm that pale. But yeah, I just take that onto a Real Techniques face brush, which is 103, and I just dip into that and then put it all over my face pretty much, just lightly putting it all over. Don't want to be too harsh because I don't want to get too cakey. Let's put some colour back into this good old face of mine. For bronzer I use the Benefit Hoola, the original bronzer. Obviously usually I use this when I'm quite tanned, but I just take it with a light touch into the pan, and I'm just using it on this really old mermaid brush that I've got. And I just concentrate that where I'd usually put a bit of contour and just frame my face. I just do this in small circular motions. Okay, so on camera I look really orange, but in real life I don't, so I'm a little bit confused. Maybe it's my lighting. But yeah, I'm just going in with my powder brush that I used first of all. Moving on to a little bit of contour, I use the Primark Golden Rose Contour Powder Kit in just the contour shade, and I just dip a contour brush from Real Techniques into it very lightly and just concentrate that where my cheekbones would be if I had them. Just placing the product there first of all, and then just taking some of the excess product off of my arm, just so I can go in with small circular motions, just so it's not as heavy to use. Moving on to brows, I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe. I find that with my eyebrows that I like to use a shade that is closer to my actual natural colour. Obviously you can see that I've got my hair dyed blonde, but I prefer the look where they look the same colour as your natural hair. So I'm just going to dip into the pomade with a Zoeva brow line brush. This is 322 Zoeva brow line brush. Just dip in very lightly, and for my brows I just like to do one line at the top. I thought I'd zoom in a little bit, but yeah, I just like to do a line at the top of my brow just to get that darkness at the top. Then I'd like to do my arch and just connect it down to my tail. And then I like to just use a small sweeping upward motion for the bottom of my brows. So where my bottom of my brow would start, I can see like they're quite light hairs. Just do a very soft upward motion with the brush. I like to think the difference before and after. How you doing? I'm going to do my other brow off camera because it takes me about half hour to get them even. But yeah, I'll be back when I've got 2 eyebrows. Voila, she has eyebrows. Just to finish off brows, I just like to go in with the Benefit Gibi Brow in the number 3 because of the darkness of my eyebrows. As you can see from the clip as well, again, I've used this to death. And all of the writing has come off it as well, so I can barely see the letters and numbers that I've left on here. Right, I'm just going to prime my eyes ready for my eyeshadow, which is my favourite part. And I just like to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. I just like to put this straight on my eyelid. I like to do one at a time, purely for the fact that this dries quite quickly. And then I just like to go in with my 4th finger and just blend that into the skin. The warmth from your finger will make it blend in a lot easier. I find, at least, anyway. Okay, so the palette that I always use is the Naked Urban Decay Honey palette. If you see my monthly favourites again, you'll see that this is my favourite one at the moment because I'm using it so much. And I'm just taking my Harry Potter Elder Wand makeup brush in the colour Sweet, and I'm just going to put that into the crease of my eyes transition colour. I'm just going to use small circular motions. Look at this windscreen wiper as well, just to blend that up. And on the other eye. Next, I'm just going to take that same brush into the colour Hive. Just dipping in very lightly, and I'm just going to put this into the outer corners of my eyes just to deepen up that crease a little bit. Doing the same motions, just not as big. And on the other eye. Now that I've deepened up that crease, I'm just going to go back into the colour Sweet. I'm just going to go in with a small, pointy, dense brush under my waterline and just blend it out a little bit. Taking that about 2/3 of the eye. I'm just going to take that Hive colour again and just put it on the outer third of my eye. Just blending it down a little bit. Not too much because you don't want to look like you've been punched in the face. I've done that many times. To really deepen up that colour, I'm going to deep into the colour Sting with the Wet n Wild kind of shadow fluffy brush. I'm just going to dip very lightly in there and then just tap that into the outer third of my eye and then just blend it out with small circular motions. Again, just tapping very lightly to get the colour there and then doing small circular motions and sweeping motions. Just going to take that darker colour slightly up a little bit just to blend all the colours together. With my daily makeup looks, I like to add a little bit of sparkle, so I'm just going back in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion and just dabbing it a little bit on the inner third of my eye, like a little cut crease. I'm just doing a small line there and then blending it out with my finger, like so. I'm going to do that on the other eye. I'm just going to go in with the shimmer colour HBIC. I have no idea what it means, so don't ask. I'll find out and I'll let you know. I'll add it in the comments bar below. And I just take that onto my finger, because I find that with shimmer shades it's better using them on your finger than using a brush, because they get a lot better colour payoff. And I'm just going to press that into the primer potion that I've just laid down. Okay, so eyeshadow is now done, as you can see. I'm just going to go in with some eyeliner and do a winged eyeliner with the Kat Von D Trooper tattoo liner. I'm not going to film that because it takes me absolutely ages for them to be matching, but I'll be back when I have winged eyeliner. Ta-da! Winged eyeliner done. For mascara, I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Roller Lash, and I'm just going to do a very thin coat on my lashes because I will be using fake eyelashes as well. So mascara done. I'm just going to quickly put on some lashes off camera, and then I'll be back. There you go. Lashes are on. For lips, I don't really like to put lipstick on a daily basis. I just find that it's a waste of putting it on if I'm just going to be taking it off at work anyway, because it will irritate me. But today I'm using the Bliss It Med Plus. Just a little bit of shine on the lips. Okay, so yeah, that is my everyday makeup routine. I do that pretty much 3 or 4 times a week when I decide to wear makeup. This is kind of my go-to look that I wear to work. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more content from me and more makeup tutorials and more makeup looks, stay tuned. I've got quite a lot of ideas that I've come up with. Thanks. Love, love, love.